So, it's the middle of the night. Well, no, it's dusk. And we're going fishing. On a cabin that doesn't have a door. It's fine. I wonder if I can start a fire in the doorway and keep the wolves out. I'm curious how fishing works. We'll figure it out. As long as the wolves stay over there, I think we're okay. Let's use our hatchet.
Feels like night is coming.
Okay. Wow, 4.21 kilos. That's a lot of calories, but that's not big enough. Also, it makes us stink. Foggy as hell. But we're not cold. Alright, I'll try 2 hours. I think we just broke our fishing lure. I guess we caught a total of enough fish, even though I left that one behind. Because I can't really cook it at the moment, and I don't really need the food. I think I hear a wolf. It's dark and it's kind of misty. We are going to use the flare gun instead. Because it could absolutely be a deer. Alright. Now we could go that way and we could sleep at our own house, but I think I would rather sleep at this cabin over here. It's closer. And when it's dark and misty like this, I'm not real interested in hanging out with wolves. Mystery Lake Western Access. Okay. So it sounds like there's a lot of wolves, but I think that direction is where we would have come if we had left the train track and immediately struck out east. Oof. Our energy is low. We need to get some sleep. I think I want to just proceed up the shoreline on the side. We have more keys than we have cabins here, so I expect there to be more cabins. I guess we'll find out. We are sleepy. We'll eat some more in the morning. This is fine. Sleep for like 8 hours. The other option is to dash right across and go from here up to this, well, not really on this island, but back up to this peninsula and then go that way. I don't think I have anything that I really need to drop off. I mean, we're carrying an extra knife now. We're carrying an extra can. We'll get rid of that. There's flares in here. We haven't used them. There's food, but we're going to eat some of this. We'll drink some of this. We are under capacity, which is great. We can definitely eat some more. I'm not going to eat the wolf meat. Let's have the sardines. I'm a little concerned about how low this is, considering that I want to travel. If I was going to hang out at home, and we could potentially get sick, then we would just go to sleep, and that would be great. Everything is not finished curing yet, I'm sure of that. We're nice and full on calories. Does not sound particularly nice outside. Alright, Mystery Lake supply caches. There's definitely more caches. We found all of these so far. We need some more hints for some more of these. We'll have to keep exploring. And then the Forest Stalker supplies. One in Forlorn Muskeg and one in Mystery Lake. Yeah, only open when the Aurora is active. And then we've talked to this guy. Okay. So the cache will be up there at the logging camp. Despite what I said about going this way, I think the smart move is to head back to the camp office. That gets us over here easier, that gets us up here easier, everything else if we just follow the tracks. And then I think we will just take advantage at some point of heading out over here and hope that we find something that will, I don't know. We've got to find something that's going to let us find more caches or find more books or something. Anyway, we are well fed. We are underweight for the moment, so we're going to push forward, hopefully without really picking up anything else. We don't stink. I say stink. We don't smell like food at the moment. Bunch of wolves over there. We will just leave them to their business. In fact, I suspect we could go over that hill to our cabin. I know that we could go up over here, but I think we're going to stick to the cabin. Or to the lake. It's nice flat ground. So, makes it easier to move around. We'll make some coffee, I think, when we stop in at our camp office. We are going to stop and pick up our fish, actually. It was worth a lot of calories. It was very heavy. But the path back looks pretty good. It's right here. So we might as well take it with us. 38% frozen.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I think it is kind of like a corpse, right? As it gets colder, it frosts over. And then we have to have a tool to break the ice, and it probably used up some of the durability on the tool. That's okay. So, note to us, we've checked 2 of, I want to say 4 of these huts. Found a knife, finally. I wonder how many knives that I've missed. That you've gone, it's right there. And then I walked right by it. That is stone. Okay, for a second there, I thought there was a building up there. There's the rock bluff where we were at before. That is so steep. Yeah, that was a ridiculously bad idea going up there. Just really not in the clever category. So I noticed from having some of the raw food with us for a couple of days inside the cabin as opposed to outside, it seems to lose about 10% quality every day, which is fine. That means if it starts off at pretty good quality that you can let it sit for several days with no problem. But I wonder if it lasts longer if it's cooked. We're going to try cooking this fish, I think, and making a coffee. So, coffee and fish upstairs. And we're gonna put away this knife, this knife that we made. All right, wood stove, start a fire. I guess we can start it with the sticks, that's fine. We'll have to go downstairs pretty quickly for more stuff, though. I'll put the fish up there to start it cooking first, though. 10 minutes, yep, absolutely. Just have to head downstairs real quick. That should be enough of the reclaimed wood. I didn't want to use the fire log, it lasts for quite a while. I don't think this fire is going to need to last that long. $2.16. Great. That should be just enough to melt some more water. Cook some fish. So, okay. Nice hunting knife. We can get rid of our makeshift knife. It's heavier. I don't know if it deals the same damage or not whenever we get into a wolf fight, but let's go with something the professionals made instead of something that we made. Also put up this flare. Getting us back down towards our weight value here. We're still carrying around this fresh cooked wolf meat. I think we'll put the military MRE up. We're fine for that. That can go downstairs. And then the fur firewood, I'm going to put that up. It's heavy. We've been carrying it around the whole time because the idea is to repair the heavy hammer when we get a chance. So, food. You can go in there. I'll put the fresh wolf meat in there for the moment. All right, 31%, 72, 43% on the deer. All right, well, while this cooks, wolfskin coat, 4 pelts, 4 guts, a workbench, 4 Celsius. That's fantastic. 15% armor, which is great. But look at that, 15% movement penalty. We would need to take off some heavy stuff. We would need to take off quite a few things so that we could keep the armor bonus without... Like, we would need to get rid of, like, near 15% worth of stuff, or we would just be a tank. Handcrafted fur and skin outer layer will keep you warm and remind wolves that they should keep their distance, not the way the wolf expected to end up. 25 hours. I suppose we can probably work on it a little bit at a time. I don't see any way that we could go 25 hours straight. I'm not sure it's worth it, though. This is 2.5. This is 2. So these two together only have a run penalty of minus 3%. Actually, that said minus 3, and this said 15. Do we run faster with a wolfskin coat? Am I misunderstanding that? I mean, we have 4 wolf pelts. We have exactly what we need. Trying to decide if it's worth it. I think there's a glitch. I don't think it's actually giving us a run bonus. I think it's missing its penalty. See, we know the rabbit skin mitts. I know that was a penalty when we had it. Although the hat isn't. I think that's minus 15%. I don't think that's a great idea. Unless we were going through an area with a lot of wolves. It's a pretty severe mobility penalty, though. Like, really severe. Alright, so I'm going to do a thing that we... Let's see, how is that? That is so heavy. It is so inefficient. But it's a lot of food. And it's in really good quality, so I am going to come downstairs and I'm going to put it in the cooler. Probably should put it outside, but we'll make a note of how long we're gone. Its quality is like 93 right now. It's 100%. So we'll make a note of how long we're gone. And we'll figure out if it's worth it or not. What's something else that we can take? Let's go ahead and... How many calories do we need? We really don't need that many calories. We will need some when we're gone, but... Let's just take something easy to eat right now. Let's take this beef jerky. And maybe a can of Stacy's grape soda. Delicious Stacy's grape soda. The guts are 44% cured. Fine. I think we can leave. I want to double check, though. We've got 57 minutes there and 43 minutes until this is boiled. If we leave, it should continue cooking this down to potable water and then go out before it boils away. So, time to get out of here, I guess. That'll also be an experiment. I don't know if it'll really work that way or not. So we're going to head for the logging camp. In a blizzard. Great. Maybe we'll head for the forestry lookout. I think we'll kind of get over here to the derailment and see if we can get up there. Yeah, that's a sign moving or something, but it sure sounds like somebody's opening a door. Let's have the beef jerky. And then we'll have the water. I'm going to continue to use the flare gun for now. I'm not too terribly worried about actually killing anything. We have plenty of pelts. We have a not insignificant supply of food. So we're just going to avoid this as much as we can. That does look like a little more gentle way up, doesn't it? Okay, so that's the derailment up there. And then we'll just see if we can go over, because tower's right up there on that hill. Huh. You know what? We're going to grab a couple sticks. I just realized that I think we left all of our kindling and everything behind. Usually when we go into any sort of building, there's going to be at least a little bit, but it's definitely easier to start with a few sticks. Sure hope this is where I thought it was. I can't really see if it's up there or not, but it should be. I'm glad it offset us slightly when we saved and loaded the game previously. That would be kind of a challenge. No, this way still. Still further inland than that. Ah! I see it, and I see a path. Like a railing here. Perfect. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. That would have dumped us out into, I don't know, a cul-de-sac. Maybe a path back to the road. It wouldn't have gotten us up here. Wolf? A deer? I think that's a deer. Not that it's a threat, just trying to figure out what's down there. I'm a little afraid we'll find a lot of stuff up here, which on the one hand is great. On the other hand, we don't really have all that much carrying capacity. No, without becoming severely overburdened again. Though nothing like the great exodus from the trapper. When we left Jeremiah, we were having it. Okay, so that's interesting. There is an antenna, and it looks like some sort of constructed structure, like another watchtower that burned down or something on another hill directly out to the west of us. I see what looks like a rope rock, probably to climb up the side, so we don't have any ropes at the moment, but let's keep an eye out for them. I suspect there's one over there. But there could be one up here. That's a hell of a thing right there. This is nice. Oh, daunting, but nice. Forestry lookout. No stones or anything that will let us rappel down from here, so that's fine. Should be a pretty good base. Nothing's gonna get up here. Look at all the lights. You will not see any aurora-addled wolves coming up here. Newsprint, table, recycled can, a sewing kit, pork and beans, firewood, pork and beans, beef jerky, some wool socks, thermal underwear, we'll put it there so that we don't get confused with it. A whetstone. That's actually quite the benefit for coming up here. Wood matches. Trail boots. Not great, but not terrible. Open lockbox. Requires Hank's lockbox key. Oh, well, we did find a hidden rifle cartridge. Hank's lockbox key, you say?
This'll come in handy.
Alright, all that stuff can stay in there. I don't really need it. Hank, what were you doing? Okay, we're actually in great condition. We have plenty of energy and everything else like that to leave. I think we are going to try and do that. We are not overburdened. This is a great time to maybe cook some pork and beans, though. Let's lay it with what we've got.
Could end up being useful.
We've only got the one tinder plug, but we'll definitely make some more. We'll light with a stick, and we'll throw the cedar in there. We'll cook up some pork and beans and have some delicious lunch. And then we'll think about where we need to go next. The logging camp, I think.
Turned out pretty well.
Cook cook this pork and beans. I think I'm gonna leave the other one behind. I don't want to get food poisoning out here. We'll just have to leave it for now. What? I dropped you. It did not want me to drop it, though. Alright. Stay there. It is a blizzard out there. It would be amazing to be up here during a blizzard, though. Alright. Tinder plug. 10 minutes. Go ahead and craft. We can certainly stay at the logging camp, though, right? I don't think there's any problem in doing that. Wood matches can stay, that's fine. We just need some energy, and we need... Oh, wait, there's a note here on the table. Illegible note. The text on this note is largely unreadable. If this message were meant for somebody, hopefully they would be able to decipher it. Fortunately, there are a handful of recognizable landmarks, and a bold arrow pointing to a large X. Near the entrance to Forlorn Muskeg. Okay, so right here. We are definitely going back that way before too terribly long, so that's fine by me. We could probably use water. How are we for... Oh, we're still doing great. Okay, so I suspect we can actually come at the logging camp from this direction. So we're going to try and come back down around here and then just curl back up and see if we can get up there. Hopefully we can stay inside because it is terrible weather to go out and explore. well, that's what we're gonna do.
It will lead you back to me.